What's going down, everybody? It is Tuesday, May the 10th, and I am here to talk about some WNBA prop bets over on PrizePicks that I really like. Yes, the WNBA model has been built. We feel good about the projections. We use some preseason data. There's only been a handful of games this season, so understand data is limited. Things will change, but we feel really good about the couple of picks that we will talk about on this channel. And as always, make sure you tap back in a little closer to tip off. We may have some updated lines, may have found a little more edge, but the lines on PrizePicks right now for the WNBA are extremely soft. So there's tons of edge to be found over here in the WNBA, and we feel good about it, right? All data-driven analysis, data-driven picks. So if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button. Let us know what you're playing. We don't have a fancy WNBA intro just yet. We're working on that. So we're just going to dive into the plays that I'm looking at for this Tuesday, May 10th slate. So let's get right to it. All right, we'll start with the woman who's on the cover of this video, on the thumbnail. We're going to Washington to talk about Natasha Cloud. And when you look at what she's done this season, her lone preseason game, 18 points. After that, to start the season, 17 points, 19 points. She's averaging 30.5 minutes per game so far, and she's getting her shots up. This line at 13.5, incredibly soft. I believe we have Natasha projected at around 18 points. We'll pull that up here in a second. So I like the over Natasha Cloud's point projection total. And I'm just going to say this game between Washington and Las Vegas, these are two 2-0 teams. They're clicking on all cylinders early, and there's points to be had all over the board. There are a lot of players that we like in this one, but Natasha Cloud, that point total at 13.5, I feel it's a little bit low, and the data supports that as well. So we're going to take the over Natasha Cloud's points, and then we're going to shift to a young gun, NaLyssa Smith from Indiana. Now, the thing is, it's early, but Minnesota is about the third toughest defensive rebounding team. But NaLyssa Smith has come in early in this season, 13 rebounds, 9 rebounds. We project her right at, I believe, 9.8 rebounds in this matchup. So, coming out of Baylor, physical forward, can play down low, is going to be down there to bang. I like this 7.5 number. I'm taking the over boards on NaLyssa Smith. And then the final play that I want to talk about in this matchup, we're going to go back to that Las Vegas-Washington game, and Dearica Hamby, absolute superstar, right? And when you look at the Las Vegas Aces and you look at the Washington Mystics, both of these teams are two of the top teams in pace in the WNBA, so they're going to be going up and down the floor. But Dearica Hamby, this par total for her at 21.5, I'm loving the over. First 2 games of the season, 32 par versus Phoenix, and then 31 points, assists, and rebounds versus Seattle. I don't really care about what she did last season. I'm looking what she's done early in this season. They've got her projected at 21.5. We have her quite a bit higher than that. Every player that we're talking about, Hamby, Smith, and Cloud, they're all averaging over 30 points per game, 30 minutes per game, and that's what we want. We want those players who are on the court, who are playing. Now let's dive into the data right now and show you what I'm talking about. Here it is, Natasha Cloud averaging about 30.5 minutes, which is tied for third on her team. We've got her projected at 18 points, 4.7 rebounds, 5.7 assists. You see the par number here at 28.4. Fantasy score looks great as well. PrizePicks is giving you a line of 26. We've got it projected for 34. So if you prefer that, I don't mind it at all. Dearica Hamby, we're talking about the Mystics and the Aces, 2 teams that want to get up and down the court, top 3 in WNBA in pace of play. You look at Dearica Hamby, we've got her par projected at 28.4. The line on PrizePicks is 21.5. Love that line for her, and there are about 4 or 5 players from this game alone that the projection data says smash the over, right? And then NaLyssa Smith, the young rookie out of Baylor, averaging about 31 minutes a game, got it projected right there at 9.8 rebounds, 15 points in this matchup, and the fantasy score of 28. PrizePicks has the line set at 25. I'd rather just go after the boards. If she's projected for almost 2.5 more rebounds than what the line is, I like that for NaLyssa Smith. So I'm going to do a little mix and match combination of Natasha Cloud, Dearica Hamby, and NaLyssa Smith for our first inaugural WNBA prize pick prop video. As always, every single pick that we make will be supported by the data from our projection model that you see right here. So as always, if you tail, give them hail, and if we fail, do not bail. We will be back with more data-driven analysis, data-driven picks, NBA, WNBA. I know a lot of you have been clamoring for Major League Baseball. That is on the way as well. I appreciate you tapping in, and we'll be back very soon. We out. Peace.